So you'll start it like any other pumpkin, drawing a circle for your top. You want to draw a little notch so that it's easy to find where the top goes again. And just use a pumpkin knife, because a pumpkin knife is always the best thing to cut a pumpkin with. And just cut out your top. And just scrape the gunk off the top of your pumpkin. And then I usually use a steak knife for this part. Just widen out the hole so that you can fit your hand in it comfortably. And then just scrape out the inside of your pumpkin. The thinner you scrape the walls, the easier the pumpkin will be to cut, but it also means it won't last as long if it's really thin. So then you just want to Google yourself a picture of the Born in the USA album and print it out in black and white. The main thing you'll change will be the bent leg. That's just going to become part of the stripe, otherwise it looks weird on the pumpkin. All the stripes in black are going to be left intact, and all the white ones are going to be cut out. So tape your pattern to the pumpkin. And you may have to bend it to make it fit the pumpkin shape. And then just use a poker, something with a point on it, to just poke around the entire picture. You want to poke around all the stripes and all the way around Bruce and his guitar. For the raised arm, you're just going to poke around the lower part. There's going to be a little bit of space in between the arm and the stripes to make sure that the arm gets cut out while the stripe remains intact. So then just take your pattern off. You may have to connect the dots with a pencil if you can't see them. Depends on what color your pumpkin is. Start by cutting out the small pieces like the feet. You want to use a really small saw for this. The Pumpkin Master's knives are pretty good for this because they're tiny little blades. Then you'll just cut out the part of the leg inside one of the stripes. And you'll cut out under one of the arms, and then you'll cut out the guitar. I had to connect the dots here with a pencil because I couldn't see it. So here it is with all the small pieces cut out of it, and the stars. And so then you're just going to do a couple lines across the top and the side to show the flag, and then cut out the stripes. And so to define the body, you just want to cut a small line, but make sure you don't go all the way to the bottom of the stripes. If you have any gouges in the pumpkin, try to hide them in the stripes, and that way you'll just cut them out. So once you've got everything cut out, just rub off the pumpkin, and then just take a knife and smooth out the edges. So here it is with all the pieces cut out. I want to make sure you get the cuts as straight as possible. Then get yourself some Pam and spray the front and top opening of the pumpkin to help preserve it. It'll work the same way Vaseline does, except that it's a lot easier to put on. And so then here's the pumpkin all finished.